It's a blustery day for my final day. But the back tyre is still up from the replacement tube and puncture I did yesterday. So if I can just make it 50 kilometres today to Bewdley, I'm going to chuck these tyres in the bin and order new ones. Because I didn't fix the patch last night. I just settled into a lovely warm shower stay with a fire going, homemade lasagna, great company. These guys have cycled from New Zealand back to England, so amazing travellers themselves. At least with these tall hedgerows, I'm somewhat sheltered from the wind, but as soon as I get into the open countryside, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be like this all day. Short, sharp ones down, short, sharp ones up. Cheeky tailwind! Morning. G'day. G'day, morning. More thank yous to make, if you can believe it. This time to another Paul, Aussie Paul. Thank you very much for PayPaling me, Aussie Paul. You said to spend it on wine, but I'm in England now, so maybe it'll go on beer, and honestly, maybe it'll go on a new bicycle pump. So thank you so much indeed, Aussie Paul, for PayPaling me. Very, very much appreciated indeed. Thank you. This was originally meant for the horses, and now it's pretty handy for fully loaded bicycles. Back in the day, you were taxed on the footprint of the building, which is why they're built with overhangs like this. Extra space. Free museum, but it's only open Wednesdays to Saturdays. I'll have to try to remember to come back. This one has 3 steps out over the original footprint of the building. I haven't seen that before. Cash missing in our phone box.
When you get that point, there's a lovely touch screen there,
Yeah.
quite large, which gives all the details of King John. You can go down to the crypt underneath, which is essentially a quiet display area.
I have never stepped foot in Worcester Cathedral to the best of my knowledge until this day, and it was an amazing visit, rather like a museum. There was lots of information and plenty to look around and see. I spent a good while in there. Most kings of England have been buried in Westminster Abbey, but King John, for a bunch of reasons, not least because he was quite unpopular, is buried here instead in Worcester Cathedral. Well, it's a photography exhibit of cathedrals. This one's Exeter, Gloucester, Guildford, Hereford, Leicester. There's quite a few. Getting pretty impatient to get home now. Home in the sense that I wasn't born there either, but I went to middle school and high school there and my parents still live there. So 15 kilometres till I'm home. Part 2. Hill after hill after hill slowing me down. Woohoo! Made it back to Bewdley, derived from the French Beaulieu, meaning beautiful place. There's a lot of confusion over the correct pronunciation of the county. The correct pronunciation is of course Worcestershire, emphasis on the shire. So that's me back in Bewdley. I've only been here 5 minutes and I've already run into an ex and his girlfriend on the high street here. Amazing way to return. So this is me on a break now. If you want to keep up to date on bike upgrades and repairs, winter travel and my plans for 2025, then you can find your way to my Patreon, which I'll link in the notes. Otherwise, see you back here in the new year.